You say capitalism as we know it is dead. That's saying a lot coming from a billionaire who made his money through capitalism. So why did it die and when did it die?
We do need a new capitalism. Capitalism is dead. We need a new, more sustainable, a more equitable, more fair capitalism. And that means it's a capitalism built on stakeholders, not just shareholders. By the way, the government can have a role here. They can ask companies, probably in the SEC reporting, to not only deliver your numbers, but what about your stakeholder results?
Bernie Sanders, he was asked if he thought billionaires should exist in the United States, and he said, quote, "I hope the day comes when they don't." You're a billionaire. Should they exist?
I certainly think that people should pay more income taxes at higher levels. And are those tax rates fair today? I don't think they are.
So what should your wealth, your capital gains wealth, for example, be taxed at? What's fair? 50, 60, 70% mark?
Well, I think you can look at the traditional tax rates, I think actually have been quite fair. And if you look at global tax rates and where other countries tax the super rich, that's, I think, those are fair rates. So you can look at those numbers.
France?
You can look at different countries, that's the most extreme.
But you'd pay
but
it,
different
you're saying.
ones. Well, I think that we should have the conversation.
Fair enough. A wealth tax. This was talked about on the debate stage quite a lot this week. Do you think a wealth tax is the solution Elizabeth Warren says it is?
Well, I'm looking for more systemic change. I'm not looking for transactional solutions. I think transactional solutions are a mistake. Things that are surgical, I think, are actually inappropriate and will exacerbate the problem. I think we should be looking for ways to actually create a new capitalism. I want to have an approach based on all stakeholders. My responsibility isn't just to the shareholders in the company, but to all of those stakeholders.
Breaking up big tech. It's a popular line on the campaign trail. We heard it on the debate stage. Do you support it?
Facebook is the new cigarettes. We've talked about this before. It's addictive. It's not good for you. They're after your kids. They're running political ads that aren't true. They're giving your data to tens of thousands of organizations without your knowledge. And they're also acquiring other companies and commingling their data into theirs. And I think at that point, because they're now doing that, that they probably should be broken up. It's because they're creating undue influence as the largest social media platform on the planet.
Their response, we've heard Mark Zuckerberg in leadership there say, is if you break us up, you just make us less powerful to combat election interference and what was done in the 2016 election. Is that a salient argument?
No, it's not, because what really the narrative is trust is our highest priority. Why they can't say that trust is our highest value is beyond me.
Right now on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter is a false Trump campaign ad that is running with known false things that it says about Joe Biden, etc. Facebook says they're following FCC law that applies to broadcasters, and frankly, there's no regulation for them and their ads. They're not a broadcaster, but they say sort of we're following the law as we know it. Are they making the right call?
This is why I think Congress is trying to act to create truth in advertising. I think this is extremely important in the age of social media because they have the information of who those persuadables are. And those various political organizations are targeting those groups. That's the insight from the 2016 election. It's a very vulnerable moment right now.
Would you run these ads if you were running Facebook?
No.
No question about it.
No question.
Pretty clear there. You can hear that full conversation on my podcast this morning, Boss Files.